Attention. Class is now in session. Education, information, informative to oneself.
Young black boy
History, past, present.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. But thinking about our history, they took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. We went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield.
Education of 146,000 days, 400 years, mysterious tears, scars bound to stay. Culture stolen, reprimanded, names stolen away. Revolutionist movement came because this was bound to change. Chains, shackled, obtained, pronounced slaves. Separation of families and crucified in the rain. Brainwashed to believe there was no hope to attain. Then we staged the war and the victory we have claimed. Black education, artillery, know your history. Because an ignorant soul is only a mystery. One hand, one soul, one stand, one goal. United as one army and divided if we fold. Black shields, new mission. Black shields, one vision. Black shields, reliving. Black shields, the times we living in. Because it was MLK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the rest of all paved the way. I just materialized education of our emancipation, proclamation of our freedom in the sacred pages. Inform yourself of the movement and its many stages. Don't take this biased respect to all different races. Just educate self of all the many different phases. Black shields, black love must improve our situation.
Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. When thinking about our history, they took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. We went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Can't stop, ma. You ain't got time. Erase my mind, but still I shine, and it gets to me. When thinking about our history, they took away our books. Now everything seems like a mystery. We went from having gold to being sold. Now we fighting for the right to save our souls. Just remember, we're still mad ill. They kill Emmett Till. If we all stand together, we create Black Shield. Cotton fields to the bill, saints in New Orleans. I'm here to tell you about a legacy that has been stolen. Actually, this is a message. If they laugh at me, I spit something that shake their ass about the apathy. My elders told me age 7, get your education. You gotta take it, son. They ain't gonna give you reparations. I did that college shit and now I'm spitting knowledge on another continent. I'm blasting off like I'm a rocket ship. Fred Hampton, Huey P. Remember Stephen Biko, Patrice Lamoma, and Kwame Nkrumah for the people. Nat Turner, David Hill, even Bobby Seale. I bet Malcolm X and Martin, they dreamed of Emmett Till. Revolution of self, elevate the mind state. Boost up the reading score, down with the crime rate. Clown with the nouns great, profound and it sound great. Marching all in unison until we make the ground shake. One love, one stance, one God, one aim. Reverse mental conditioning until we all become sane. Whenever you say something real, they always coming after you like Dracula. Still say unify the diaspora. Senegal to Detroit, Eskimos and the Haitians. Compton to Berlin, Hawaii to the Bayesians, to Europeans and Asians. Be patient, staging a worldwide city and listen. Black Shield, new mission, can't stop.
Top of the top, top of the top, top of the top, top of the top. Happy Backham Tuesday to y'all. You know, we writing early. Y'all see we got these new crowns, though. First of all, let me go ahead and just make that quick plug. We're getting ready to put it on to the young. I'm gonna rap with the team today just to see where we're gonna push these, you know, tidbit. But they gonna be going. You know what I mean? And all of them got the make a culture move. Make a chess move, you know, tidbit right up in there. And let me go ahead and wipe you down. First of all, you know what I mean? Get y'all nice and clean and unfuzzied. There we go. All right. So happy Malcolm Monday. You know, let's go ahead and do this quick little disclaimer. You know, you tapped into the Make a Culture Move podcast, more specifically, Top of the Top with King Phillip, where I'm talking about the issues that we see in our community that we're not supposed to talk about. You know, the minute we start talking about those issues, our own community start coming at us. All right. I'm also saying, too, that I didn't have to go out and do a whole lot of research to back up what I'm saying. I lived a life within this community that gives me the credibility to talk about what I'm talking about. I'm also saying, too, if something that I say offends anybody, please take the time to reevaluate why what was said made you feel that way. Change that internally. You know, you ain't got to wait till, I can't wait to give Phillip a piece of my mind, because Phillip ain't going to care what you have to say. All right, just change that internally. I said what I said and I meant it. All right. Boom, fast little disclaimer. Let's go ahead and do our quick little run through. You know, if you have not done so, Colorado Gives is coming up. Check out the website. You know what I mean? Makeachessmove.org. All things social at Macam 303. You cannot miss us. Just type in MACM 303 and we will pop up. All right. Or you can type in the full address. Facebook.com/Macam 303. Instagram /Macam 303. Twitter thing /Macam 303. That Pinterest thing /Macam 303. We got our YouTube channel also /C /Macam 303 booming as well. If you have a business and you would like for us to plug you, shoot it over this way and we'll plug you. Shout out to East End Visions _apparel. Doing big things, you know what I mean? Colossal things. Shout out to Gems for Queens on the Insta, you know what I mean? Doing big colossal things. Shout out to the homies at Endgame Association, doing big things, colossal things. Shout out to the homie Body Love by Tal, you know what I mean? She doing big things, colossal things, you know what I mean? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Happy Macam Tuesday. Happy Macam Tuesday. What has brought me here today? Oh, hold on. We got the black ones, all right? We got the black ones. We got the olive greens, you know what I mean? With the white joint. And it's embroidered too, just so y'all know, it's not just a patch. These things is embroidered, all right? It's not just a patch. And all of them got that nice little make a chest move thing in there. But we also have this yellow one booming. Yellow/gold. All right. That's what we're going to call that. The yellow gold. All right. And we also have the red one booming. All right. That's how we moving and grooving. That's how we moving and grooving. But what has brought me here today? First of all, I don't know if y'all realize the two Americas that we live in. You know, the white boy just got off for killing two people and shooting, you know what I mean? The white boy just got off. All right, I'm gonna just say that. The money got off. I know some of y'all thinking like, well, damn, only snuck the nigga, only, knocked out a couple of his tooth for running his mouths. We are not the same, Damon. All right. We are not the same. You know, you got to think about the upbringing and where this occurred. You know what I mean? Everything that's happened. You know, the white boy came from, the middle of Wisconsin type of thing. You know what I mean? He come from money. If we in the city, in Chicago, in Detroit, even in Denver, that's how the Mexicans who just learned how to speak English, that's how they say Denver. You know what I mean? Even if we come from that, we cannot expect the same outcome. We cannot expect the same sense of sympathy that's going to come from the judges, from the jury. You know, we can't expect no kind of sympathy just because of who we are. All right, this right here, this beautiful shit right here. We won't be posted up with pictures with the judge and shit. The show. The tears won't faze nobody. And it's real remorse. It's real sympathy. Them tears won't faze nobody. This is the two Americas that we live in. Again, you probably like, shit, well, I just hit the nigga over the head with a bottle. I ain't shoot. I only shot one dude. I mean, I gotta be able to get off for something. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy part, because even within the system, they make it hard for themselves. They make it hard for themselves, just thinking about the backlash that scenario, that, you know, with the white boy getting off, because at the end of the day, he he got off for killing people. So just because, you know, so and so might get a pass, don't mean that everyone else will get that same pass. You know, with them, with the judge, with that whole situation. I mean, I didn't watch the fucking trial. I didn't watch none of that shit. I didn't even know who the bull was until, you know, until I just tapped into the social medias and shit just to see, oh shit, damn. Oh damn, that's crazy. I remember vaguely hearing about it, but again, I'm so tapped into what's going on into the community, into my own community, that, you know, when I hear about stuff that's going on there, I'm like, all right, that's fucked up. But, you know, we got babies in our own community that's getting killed still. We can't, you know, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother discussion. But I'm saying all that to say, take a sip of my tea first. I'm saying all this to say, when it comes to the backlash and what they created with, you know, just the whole, I'm hearing it was a all white jury, you know, and again, those white folks, they would do anything to keep a young 17-year-old when he committed the act, 18-year-old right now type of thing, from going to prison. And I'm sure that they would have, you know, if that wasn't, if he would have been found guilty, you know, they would have been like, well, let's go ahead and do, you know, 100 years probation type of shit. Or might even just gave him a slap on the wrist type of shit. But I'm saying, when it comes back down to the backlash that whole situation created, if we're looking at, you know, other folks who's had similar situations, or situations that wasn't as escalated as that, because it's going to get to the point where if a nigga feel like, hey, these dudes is approaching me sideways, they walking me sideways, or if you end up getting tipped up, you know what I mean? You end up getting tipped up to the point where you go get your strap or you go get your knife or something, and you end up popping a dude. You go to try to use that defense, that shit ain't gonna fly. That shit ain't gonna fly. And we got to realize this. We got to realize the two Americas that we is in. And I don't know if we truly realize the America that we are in. When I say we, I'm specifically talking about us black and brown folks. The rules that we get and the rules that we're stuck to don't apply to them. Those same rules, those same laws, those same everything that we getting a book thrown at us for, they getting off for. Once we realize the America that we are in, we got to start moving. We got to start moving in a best manner so that we can make our next move our best move at the end of the day, period. And if we know what we are up against, that's the key thing. We know what we are up against. We still can't be out there reckless, and at the same time, we are still out there reckless, even when we know what we are up against. We can't blame nobody. We can't point the finger at nobody but ourselves, but our leaders, but those in our own community. We can't blame nobody. And I'm sitting up here wondering too, how can a jury be favoritized by money? Favoritized, I don't think that's a word, but I'm using it. And I'm asking that just looking at again, if it was myself in that situation in front of the jury, trying to plead that as self-defense, I don't think that I'm gonna get that kind of favoritism. I don't think that the jury is gonna love me or my image like they love the image of the white boy with the money. We're not looking at the crimes at this point. We're not looking at the act at this point. And it's fucked up because every act that we do, they don't care if we went to college or if we're in college. They don't care if we have a 5.8 GPA. They don't care if our major is criminology. They don't care if we are working nonprofit work. They're going to look at the act. And they don't look at the act when it comes to these white boys with the tears and shit flowing down their faces with the money and the art. Even though, check it out, even though it was a white on white crime, the white boy was out there killing other white folks, it still shows how fucked up the Americas that we live in. How you can go out and kill somebody, kill somebodies, and still walk away from it. It shows how you can kill somebodies and have folks raise money. You have over millions and millions of dollars for defense. All in the spirit of combating Black Lives Mattering. All in that spirit. And again, you know, I ain't mentioning at all how fast they push that Asian hate crime. You know what I mean? But in the spirit of Black Lives Mattering, the bull came from another state with a yappa, killed some folks at a Black Lives Matter rally. And he got millions of money raised for his defense. All in a matter. All these, man, that's just fucked up. This is the two worlds that we live in. Like, people really think that I ain't shit because of my skin. You know what I mean? Not the virtues or actions or the values that govern my life, but because of my skin. And that's the fucked up part. And that's where they're at and stuck at. And that's the deliverance of that history being taught to them generationally. How can we combat that? Even if we do everything that we're supposed to do, folks will still see us as not mattering, take us out, and still get off type of shit. Us making our next move, our best move all the days, still won't protect us from that type of shit. Still won't protect us from this America that we living in. It won't. And that's the sad reality of it. Is what they said, catch 22, damned if we do, damned if we don't. Now imagine if the 17-year-old was a young Black boy from the city. Go out there and shoot and kill 2 or 3 white folks. Self-defense. Nigga, please. That's where folks is like, that's where the outrage comes from. That's where folks is not seeing it come together. That's where 1 and 1 is not equaling 2. That's just equaling 11. You know what I mean? All right, that shit ain't making no sense to us because we see it. And my thing is, I knew what the fuck the outcome was going to be. I knew what was going to happen. And it's sad to know what's going to happen because of what has happened, because of a pattern that's been shown in that America. Our America don't hold the same kind of value. There's two Americas. Our America don't mean the same thing to their America. Their rules, their laws, their governing is different. They can come here and run amok in our America and go back to their rules and their governing and their laws and not be affected by it. I'm only saying what's happening out here. And it's the first time I'm not talking about us as black folks, because y'all always know that that's where we coming from. That's where I'm coming from, period. But seeing this white boy get off, my cousin, he only sold dope. Only. My nigga ain't killed nobody. My nigga was out here donating some of his proceeds to start his own nonprofit called McCoy's Real Kids, where the youth who wanted to play sports, but their parents was out there smoking up his dope, so they couldn't afford the fees for the kids to play the sports, he took on those fees. He bought the cleats. He bought the equipment so the kids could stay engaged in something while they moms and dads was smoking the shit out of his dope. But he ain't kill nobody. He ain't kill nobody. My brother shot one person 5 times. He ain't killed nobody. They gave my nigga over 190 something years. Over 190 something years. He's giving them time back though. You know what I mean? But he ain't killed nobody. This is where I'm getting to. Like, we know folks who still locked up from selling weed from back in the day. They ain't killed nobody. They just sold a little bit of weed before it was legal. Now it's legal in many states. They got dispensaries where you can go order some weed like it's a number one at McDonald's. I'm getting ready to open up me a weed store, but it's going to be a different kind of weed store. Watch. I need the hospitality license. I don't talk about what I want to do anymore. I talk about what I'm going to do. That's the whole vibe. That's the whole means nowadays. I talk about what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? And I do it. At the end of the day, I do it. So even in this world, even in the America that we live in, I still do it. It's hard as fuck. There's many barriers, many barriers. But I've always been very resourceful. I've never been the super smart one in the group. You know what I mean? I never, the Pythagorean theorem, never applied that shit to life. Never looked at how I can use algebra in my finances. You know what I mean? That shit never, but when it comes to getting something done, when it comes to getting shit done, man, come here. I does this, I does that, and I does it very well. I'm getting ready to write a manual. Y'all think I'm playing, man. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Y'all think I'm playing. All right. Just so y'all can see I ain't playing. Volume 1, The Vision, The Black Guide to Starting a Nonprofit Charitable Organization. You know what I mean? That's the first, that's the vision, all right? That's the first one. It's volume 1. It's volume 2, the mission. You know, again, the Black Guide to Starting a Nonprofit Charitable Organization. That's volume 2. All right. Volume 3, the plan. The Black Guide to Starting a Nonprofit Charitable Organization. Like, I don't just say what I want to do anymore. I go do it. You know, that's the whole thing. We got to do it even in this world, even when the chips and everything is stacked against us. We have to still be able to do it. We have to still be able to do it. You know, if not for us, you know, for our loved ones, for our babies that we got, you know what I mean? We got to be resourceful for our babies that we got. We have to think broader. We can't always be selfish when it comes to thinking. Try being a little selfless. Not thinking about yourself less, but just thinking of others a little bit more. That's it. That's it. Do good. Be good. Continue to do good. Continue to be good. It's not hard. It's a beautiful thing in the long run. You do good, it comes right back from those doing good as well. And that's the beauty of being good. You know, don't nobody have to tell you what being good is. You know, we know what being good is. You know, so when y'all go out there on some faulty shit and then turn back around, like when I don't like faulty shit, especially when it comes to dealing with these babies. You know, I'm an adult, I'm a grown man. I can handle, you know, somebody not being impeccable with their word when they come to me. You know what I mean? I can handle somebody telling me one thing and not doing what they tell me. I'm a grown man, I can handle that. You know what I mean? But I wasn't able to handle that when I was a kid, when I was a youth, when I was one of these babies. And I refuse to let anybody that I connect them with to tell them one thing and they do another. So I tell my youth, I tell the youth that we work with what it is. You know, we just made another disconnection from somebody in the community, you know what I mean, who talk a very great game on social media, looking for and asking for all the resources. Talking a great game, getting people fired up for nothing. Getting people fired up for nothing. Talking a great game. But when it comes to the real life, you know, my youth, they hit me up. I can't get a hold of so-and-so. We supposed to be meeting at the studio today at 4 and I can't get a hold of them. Can you see if you can get them? Everything came back. All the bullshit he did me, all that. I had forgot all about it. You know what I mean? But I'm saying all that to say, you know, these babies, I ain't gonna let y'all, you know, misuse these babies. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. You know what I mean? So when Phillip disconnects himself from people, you know what I mean? Just know that y'all did something and know that y'all did something. You know that y'all did something. So don't play like, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I did. I don't know if there's some kind of misunderstanding that we need to get understood. You know, I just move around. You know what I mean? I don't need to explain nothing to another grown man that know what the fuck they be doing and know their actions. Yeah, I'm move around. Yeah, it's a bit. You know y'all fucked up. I know when I fuck up. You know, I will play dumb as well too when I fuck up. I used to. I don't do that. I don't fuck up too much nowadays. But I'm saying all that to say, when we can't play dumb when we fuck up. It's a bad look. You know what I mean? You can't play like you don't know what drove somebody to not communicate with you, because it's a very bad look on your end. It makes you look like a poop putt. You know what I mean? That's what it makes you look like, period. All right, but I ain't got nothing more. You know what I mean? Happy Macam Tuesday, y'all. Macam out there. If every Macam member was just like me, you know, what would this world be? You know what I mean? Period.